Hi everyone, it's Cathie Heath. You know, people by the millions are starting their own home-based businesses. In the United States alone, in 2009, 2.1 million people started a home-based business for the first time. That's pretty significant. Now, I don't know if it has to do with fears around the economy or difficulty in finding employment, or if it's just that people want to take control of their own lives and their own destiny. Whatever the reason, or possibly a combination of those reasons, the fact remains is the home-based business industry is booming. According to Entrepreneur Magazine, we need to really take a long, hard, serious look at whether or not a home-based business is right for us, because not everybody is cut out to have a home-based business. Some things that you need to look at are the structure of your business. Are you going to be able to discipline yourself to have a set work schedule, if you will? Now, by a set work schedule, I don't mean traditional, 9 to 5. Your work schedule can be, 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. if you'd like, if that's what works for you. But to have structured hours and stick to them is extremely important. The experts tell us that in order to succeed in a home-based business, we need to treat it with the same kind of regularity and planning and structure that we would a corporate job. Entrepreneur says that the problem with most home-based businesses is that people don't draw that line. They don't have a line of demarcation, if you will, between their business and their home, and everything becomes a gray area. And what happens is they tend to be on 24/7. What that does is it decreases productivity both in their home and in their business, and instead of being a win-win situation because you've come home, it ends up being a lose-lose situation. So I'd like to suggest that take a look at, am I able to discipline myself to work a schedule? Am I able to set boundaries with friends and family and neighbors who tend to think that because I work from home, I'm available all the time? Am I able to have a set routine, just as I did when I was going to my corporate job, that will trigger in my mind that the workday has begun? These are important things that you need to consider before establishing a home-based business. Or if you already have a home-based business, you might want to look at these things and be a little more disciplined with the way you're doing things. Being home can be a win-win situation. I left corporate America 5 years ago, and I've never looked back. I love the freedom, and I love the fact that I'm in charge of my own schedule. But I also know that if the work's going to get done, it's up to me to do it. And that takes planning and scheduling. Until next time, take care.